This is QTV News. I am Marietu Sidibe and thanks for joining us. First, the main local, business, international and sports news headlines. In local news, bracing up for 2021 election, the National People's Party held its first political rally in the Upper River region. Uplifting women to financial freedom. Tresor Women Warriors over the weekend inaugurated its headquarters in Kiang Kwinella. Students at the newly inaugurated Basse College Annex say they are still faced with challenges despite government's efforts to improve standards. A former senior manager at Gamtel Ebrahima Yarbo and former Navy Commander Mahmoud Babadi Sarr narrated their ordeals at the hands of the now-defunct NIA and at Mile 2 prison during the Jammeh regime. In international news, the EU has raised risk levels to their highest as global deaths from coronavirus passed 3,000. As the coronavirus spread around the world, we hear why some Muslims in Afghanistan believe faith in the Quran can prevent them contracting the virus. And now, the local news in detail. The National People's Party on Sunday held a political rally at Baniko in the Upper River region. The rally saw residents and natives of URR, lawmakers, local authority officials and government ministers expressing support for the new National People's Party. QTV's Mahmoud Babadi Sarr reports.
Having registered in 2 months ago, the National People's Party machinery has swung into action, trying to win hearts and minds, as well as strengthen their party support in the country to successfully contest political races. The NPP gathered people from different parts of the Upper River region to hold its first political rally in the country. The agenda of the meeting was to discuss politics and familiarize the people with the new party ahead of future elections. The rally provided a platform for the people of Upper River region, particularly the residents of Baniko, to give voice to their support for the National People's Party. Executive members of the party and 2 National Assembly members, Sekuba Jaju and Mohamed Magasi, addressed the crowd, promising support for the president and invited people to rally behind the National People's Party. Musa Dramed, the Minister of Lands and Regional Government, told people of URR that Gambians are behind the formation of the National People's Party, believing in the people of URR supports for the president. The Lands Minister also associates the party with the youth, noting that it was the reason NPP was formed. Taking the podium was Hamad Nkeba, party leader of NRP, who, by his speech, appears to signal that he does not have personal ambitions for the next presidential election, referencing several completed development projects and others being implemented by the present government. Mr. Ba puts forward President Adama Barrow as the solution to the development problems facing the people of URR. And finally, it was the president's turn. President Barrow told his supporters that his government will bring developments to the region. Speaking in local languages, the president promised to solve the electricity needs of villages without electricity in the region, claiming that $40 million have already been secured from China for the project. The NPP party leader acknowledges Hamad Nkeba, Henry Gomez, and the diaspora for supporting his political ambition. In the 2021 presidential elections, Mr. Barrow hopes that it will be a political contest out of which he will emerge victorious. Campaigning for the 2021 elections begin next year, when more than 10 political parties will prepare for the presidential race, canvassing votes from the electorate who will decide who should be at the helm of steering the future direction of the country. For QTV News in Basse, Upper River region, I am Mahmoud Babadi Sarr.
Tresor Women Warriors on Saturday inaugurated its headquarters in Kiang Kwinella. The network is a women-led organization which uplifts women to financial freedom. Bintu Koka reports.
Formed in 2019, Tresor Women Warriors have a network of over 4,000 women in the country. It is a non-profit, non-political and non-religious organization engaged in the empowerment and general well-being of women through financial freedom, leadership and entrepreneurship. Speaking at the inauguration of the new headquarters, the Minister of Agriculture, Amifa Bure, says the Tresor Women Warriors project creates employment for women and youths, and that women empowerment promotes gender equity.
Farmers must play an important role in the social and the economic development of the Gambia. Over 91% of our upland rice fields, women are engaged in the production, and almost 96% of our swamp rice, women are engaged in that production. And in the area of horticultural crop production, almost 88% of Gambian women who are engaged in agriculture are engaged in vegetable production. You see how women are committed. They are very important in our society. And anything they earn from those produce, whether it's kind or cars.
Ajikumba Dafe, the president of Tresor Women Warriors, says women need to be given opportunities in society to excel, and women should unite. If God gives us the will, let us share amongst ourselves. We all can grow together if we support one another. Gambian women should console each other. Let us fight for what is worth fighting for. Kani Toure of Tresor Women Warriors Balangar shares the benefits of the project. We are no longer sitting in the streets and brewing attire. We are all engaged, selling soap in the market. It has gone to the extent that our children no longer pay school fees or buy school materials. These are all now donated to us. We only pray to God to protect Ajikumba for us. Tresor Women Warriors empowers women in the areas of agriculture, education, microfinancing, mentorship, and entrepreneurship. The opening of their headquarters in Kiang Kwinella is welcomed by many with the notion that the initiative will not only empower women and youths, but will also promote and encourage people to stay in their respective towns and villages and become engaged in meaningful developments to earn a living. Bintu Koka, QTV News.
After the Basse College School of Education Annex was inaugurated on Monday, QTV spoke to some of the students. As QTV's Momodo Laminchoy reports, the College Students Association are fine with accommodation, but access to adequate water supply and full-time lectures are among their major concerns.
Academic business has started in the college. Over 100 students from neighboring communities have now secured a place in the URR's highest learning institution. Some of them have left their homes to stay in the college. There are 2 dormitory blocks, each with 17 rooms and toilets for students. There are 2 separate blocks for male and female students. A student association with ministers responsible for different functions was established over 3 weeks ago. The Students' Education Minister, Babakar Sise, is glad that there is now easy access to college education without congested classrooms for the people of URR and its surroundings. However, he conveys students' concern about adequate full-time lecturers.
We have only 3 people here who are, college lecturers. All the others are, part-time. You understand? So we will also like, if at all we can have full-time lecturers here, that would be very good.
Living on campus, students prepare food for themselves. However, the college is over 6 kilometers away from Basse town and other villages, thereby making access to food a problem. Tira Balde, the Student Food and Nutrition Minister, tells QTV about what quality of food the students have access to.
At the moment, it is not sufficient because the food that we are having at the moment is only rice and oil, which is not even sufficient to us. At the moment, it is almost finished.
There are borehole tanks which supply untreated water for the campus. Measuring a total land area of around 100 hectares, cleanliness and safety of the college can contribute to conducive learning. The Environment Student Minister, Memanding Kijera, tells us that he and his team are making their positive contributions to the environment.
We really trying hard to make sure that the environment is safe. As we all know, here was Basse, then it's just now that we trying to put certain things in place. If you look around, you'll really understand that we're working hard. Also, in addition to which, we have so many other things in our plan.
Despite all challenges facing students, the president of the Student Association, Lamin Diba, strikes a positive note.
We look for efficient and competent lecturers that will be giving us to deliver up to expectations and students will also gain knowledge in order to benefit themselves tomorrow.
Matar Sise, one of the lecturers in the college, says teaching and learning has been effective. Mr. Sise tells us the impact of the Basse College for students in the region.
It is already creating a big impact because we will come to see that most of the people that we have here, about 130 students here presently on diploma and advanced diploma. You will come to see that most of them are from this end and that there is no stress at the end of the day. Some of them are coming from their homes to come and attend classes. Others are living in the camp. In those who are a little in the feeder villages are also living in the hostel here.
These and other challenges of the college were also echoed before the president presided over the official opening of the institution. It is hoped that as education progresses in the Gambia College Basse annex, authorities will address the basic needs of the students, as it is generally acknowledged that the more conducive the learning environment is, the better the outcomes are. For QTV News in Basse Upper River region, I am Mahmoud Lamin Choi.
2 witnesses on Tuesday testified at the TRRC. A former senior manager at Gamtel Ebrahima Yarbo and former Navy commander Mahmoud Babadi Sarr narrated their ordeals at the hands of the now-defunct NIA and at Mile 2 prison during the Jammeh regime. Babukar C. reports.
Testifying via Skype, Ebrahima Yarbo, a former senior manager at Gamtel, told the commission that after the student demonstration in 2000, he was told by the NIA to help close down Citizen FM. After he refused to do so, Yarbo said the NIA wanted to arrest him, but instead he called the police who came for him only to hand him over to the NIA, where he was detained at Bambadinka for 21 days.
And this is how we are for 21 days. No washing, no bath, nothing. And they used to bring us rotten food.
After a court hearing in which the magistrate said he doesn't have the jurisdiction to hear the case, Mr. Yarbo said he was taken to the maximum security wing at Mile 2 prisons, where he spent 3 months before being charged for treason. After being going to court and adjourned for 4 years and 4 months, Yarbo said he was acquitted and discharged. He added that the management at Gamtel refused to reinstate him because the state had appealed against his acquittal. After waiting for 6 months, Mr. Yarbo said he fled to UK when he received an anonymous call advising him to leave the country. In 2017, after the change of government, Mr. Yarbo said he returned to the Gambia and went to Gamtel to offer his services.
Because these people, when I asked them to pay for my salaries, the bag me 12 years salary, they were assuming that I was dismissed. And I told them, look, I was never dismissed. I was never terminated.
Next to appear was Mahmoud Babadi Sarr, a former Marine officer who witnessed the 1994 coup. He said he succeeded Major Antoman Gay as head of the Marine before the name was changed to the Gambian Navy in 1997. In 2005, Mr. Sarr said he was informed by Ndur Cham about his removal as Navy commander and moved to the Army headquarters at the Admin and Logistics Department. He added that he was then arrested and sent to Mile 2 prisons accused of allowing a vessel to escape the clutches of the Gambia. He was released after 3 weeks in detention before former President Jammeh came to know that he was innocent. In 2006, as Director of Admin and Logistics, Mr. Sarr said he was arrested and was accused of being part of the Foul Ndur Cham coup.
By then, this arresting team already entered the compound, and then when they saw the light on, they just broke one of the window pane, and then he shouted, "Come out, where are you?" And then I woke up, and then opened the door. They came in, the gun pointed me, and he said, "I'm under arrest."
After 11 days in detention, he was released and returned back to work only to be served with a compulsory retirement letter 1 week later. In 2010, Sarr claimed he was arrested and tortured and again accused of having knowledge of the 2006 foil coup.
I leaned off the wall a little bit, and then they started flogging me at the back. The whip they were using had a sharp object at the end. You know, they were whipping me, and I was shouting.
He said he was imprisoned for 5 years, 4 months and 2 weeks without trial before his release. Babu Karsi, QTV News.
Tech M Transformation Organization Saturday held the regional Spelling Bee final for 48 schools in the West Coast region. The keenly contested competition was held at the St. Peter's Senior Secondary School Hall in Lamin. Ansumana Isunyasi reports.
Your word is currency.
C-U-R-R-E-N-C-Y.
Saturday's keenly contested competition brought to an end the regional Spelling Bee competitions ahead of the final phase, in which 25 out of the 48 schools have qualified for the national championship scheduled for April 4th at Q City. Some of the best lower basic schools in the West Coast region took part in a competition moderated by QTV's Mahmoud Babadi. Accompanied by their teachers and family members, the students exhibited great skill in pronouncing words that are difficult to pronounce even for adults. Representing the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, Malang M. Kuyate, a senior education officer, says such competitions will help cultivate a culture of reading in schools and urge parents to ensure their children read at home. MOPS's target, he adds, is to ensure that every child gets quality and affordable education.
This competition is very, very, very important because it tries to bring back the culture of reading into the system. So if your school or your children are involved in this, the likelihood is that they will be able to read as well as they can. So that's the message I can always tell them, to allow their children to be part of the program.
Tunde Ogondimo, CEO and coordinator, Tech M Transformation Organization, told QTV that the competition is designed to build a passion for reading in schools. While thanking MOPSI for the support they continue to give his organization, Tunde solicits more support from anyone who could help them sustain what he described as the only annual spelling bee competition in which hundreds of schools participate.
We want the whole community, the people that love education to come on board and support us. This is a platform that they can invest in education. Who knows where this could be tomorrow? It is what you help them to do today that will reflect tomorrow. We normally put all things on government. You and I can start something. No matter how small we should do it with all our mind in our best way. Before you know, we are helping the government to carry the load.
Marietu Jaju, among the parents who came to support their children, called on parents to show interest in their child's education and frequently visit their schools to monitor their progress. When your child is going to school, you should be very supportive as a parent. Monitor your child's progress in school and make sure his needs are provided for. You should familiarize yourself with his teachers, which is why I am here. I have come to support him, but to also use this as an opportunity to meet his teachers. Participants Abisola Akinyoso of Redeemer's Immaculate School and Wisdom Omeluhu Obina of Yakanu Low Basic School expressed optimism in making it to the national championship. All participants were subjected to a written examination, after which those who passed were selected to represent their schools. With 25 of the 48 who took part in Saturday's competition having made it through to the national finals, Tech M officials say the national championship presents a unique opportunity for all participating schools. Answana Isonyasi for QTV News.
We will go with a short commercial break, and when we come back, we hear about the inauguration of a new library at an Arabic school in Tanje. Also, as the coronavirus spread around the world, we hear why some Muslims in Afghanistan believe faith in the Quran can prevent them contracting the virus. Join us after the break for these stories, sports news and more.
Oh yes! QCell has exhausted the number 3 series, the 50, 51, 52 and 53 number series. We are expanding and introducing another new number series starting with 58 and 59. With the 58 and 59 numbers, you can call any QCell number for the same on-net charges. You get the same great service at the exact same charges offered to numbers in the 3, 50, 51, 52 and 53 series. The family is even bigger now. For more information, call customer care on 111. QCell, we innovate, others follow.
Welcome back. A new library sponsored by the pupils of Wolfart Academy in Holland has been inaugurated at the Usman Bun Affan Quranic School in Tanje through the Cairo Foundation. Babukar C reports.
The Dutch students are currently in the country and have carried out renovation at the school, including painting the classrooms and repairing classrooms furniture. The Dutch donors have also equipped the school with solar panels, which will supply 24 hours electricity to the school. These developments were facilitated by a renowned Gambian philanthropist and his wife. At the inauguration ceremony, Barbara Summers, the trip facilitator for the students coming from Wilforth School, tells us more about the relationship between the two schools, while stressing the need for sustainability.
The responsibility we took is to connect Dutch students to Gambian students, to give support to their school. And the last 2 weeks they worked together to renovate this school. So I can feel proud about their work, yeah, and about the interaction they have.
The alcalo of the village, Cherno Bojang, explains the new library's wider benefits.
I have Gambia all makoi, because nianga Gambia makoi, tanje dingo da mama tar karamol jang. Kabri nyai fanna satel mbendal je jamada jamabadi we karamol janne.
This library will not only benefit students in Tanje, because so many children from other regions also attend the school. So everything provided for the school is for the benefit of the whole country. Abdul Karim Dabo, the headmaster of the school, described the work of the students as a life changer.
San jamano isa londo soto nyaawya nin computer londo to jan bila londo dasatal. So ntelenga je ko ngaw soto janne alhamdulillah wayna karandro sonyan.
In this world, no matter how educated you are, without computer literacy, your education is lacking. We are happy and would like to thank the donors. The computers will help increase the quality of education at the school. Naomi Mohan, a student from Holland, says she is proud to be part of the group.
It was really different what I'd expected. The Netherlands is way more, it's just different. It's a different life. You come here and everything is so new for you. You experience everything, the animals, the new people here. It was such an appreciation to be here and to meet the new people. Yeah, to keep it renovated, to make sure that all the students is able to come here and read and learn. And yeah, I hope that it helps the children for their education, this library.
You want to come back and do the same again?
Yes, I would, 100%.
Yeah. Built in 1981, Usman Bun Affan Quranic School hosts over 700 students from Tanje and the surrounding villages. Babu Karsi, QTV News.
In international news, the COVID-19 disease has spread to more countries and capitals, with almost 9 times as many cases reported outside China as inside the past 24 hours. The EU has raised risk levels to their highest level as global deaths passed 3,000. In Africa so far, 2 countries in sub-Saharan Africa have officially been affected by the COVID-19 disease, and both are in West Africa: Nigeria and Gambia's neighbor Senegal. Both the economic consequences of the coronavirus outbreak are already being felt on the continent. Despite the few African countries affected, fear of a COVID-19 epidemic is growing. The economy is also in turmoil. No one knows how big the economic damage caused by the little research coronavirus will be. Small African companies that import food, technology or clothing from China, the country of origin of the COVID-19 virus, are already feeling the effects of the crisis. Also in international news, in Afghanistan, phylacteries are printed out Quran verses blessed by an imam and worn on clothes to ward off disease and evil spirits. Now that coronavirus is spreading there have been a boom in sales. Even as there are warnings about the spread of the disease and how to minimize its effects, in many parts of Afghanistan, people are putting their trust in prayer. What may surprise many is that doctors are among those advocating prayer as a tool to ward off the disease. And now on to some sports news. Here is my colleague Momodu Gajaga with the latest. Gajaga, what do you have for us?
We're still going to continue about the effects of the coronavirus that it has across the globe. Sports would really suffer because it appears the Olympic Games in Tokyo, Japan could be postponed until later in the year. That is according to information coming from the Japan Ministry of Information. Well, it follows because of the spread of the virus that is going on rapidly around Japan, China, and several other countries around the globe. Well, according to information coming from the Japan Ministry, they've talked about the postponement of the Olympic Games just in case that the spread of the coronavirus continues. The Games are due to be held in July on the 24th up to the 9th of August in Japan. Well, the IOC chairman, Thomas Bach, is still convinced that the Games will go on as planned, according to information coming from the IOC office. Away from that, now we talk about home, that is the Gambia Women's National Scorpions team, which are currently playing in the WAFU Zone A competition in Sierra Leone, have been knocked out of the competition after they lost to Liberia by 2-1 yesterday in that competition. And it appears that the Gambia lost 2 matches. In their first game, they lost to Mali by 6-0, and they responded well in their second game against Guinea-Bissau, winning 5-3, and Adama Tamba winning the MVP, that is the Man of the Match Performance award in that particular game. But yesterday, when they needed it most, that is to win and progress to the semi-finals, they lost to Liberia by 2-1. That's all we have for you in the sports.
Thank you very much, Gajaga, for the updates. Before we end this bulletin, let's take a quick look at our main stories. Bracing up for 2021 election, the National People's Party held its first political rally in the Upper River region. Uplifting women to financial freedom, Tresor Women Warriors over the weekend inaugurated its headquarters in Kiang Kwinella. Students at the newly inaugurated Basse College Annex said they are still faced with challenges despite government's efforts to improve standards. A former senior manager at Gamtel Ebrahima Yarbo and former Navy commander Mahmoud Babadi Sarr narrated their ordeals at the hands of the now-defunct NIA at a Mile 2 prison during the Jammeh regime. In international news, the EU has raised risk levels to their highest as global deaths from coronavirus passed 3,000. Also in international news, as the coronavirus spread around the world, we heard why some Muslims in Afghanistan believe faith in the Quran can prevent them contracting the virus. That's all we have for you in this edition of the news. Join us tomorrow for more news. Thank you for watching.